happens to many couples, doesn't it? You know, throughout that long period of marriage, you know, the sort of thing that happens, fellas. I know I'm talking to you now, but oh, ladies, don't get angry with me. Yes, you know what it's like. They'll say to you, don't they, that lawn won't cut itself, the grass needs trimming. Are you going to empty the bins? There's a list of things, isn't there, that you've got to do that seemingly, you know, you're not shaping yourself for, you know, the sort of thing. And then if you don't do it, of course, there's the silence, isn't there? The arms folded. Oh, am I making the tea? That sort of thing, you know. It always sort of makes me laugh because it's great comedy fodder, isn't it, for anybody. The brilliant comedian Les Dawson made a career out of mother-in-law jokes, but seemingly it would appear that Harry and Meghan have long periods of silence. And it's all about, well, this, as ever. Let me explain. Got the giggles thinking about that because, as you know, there's many things out there that, you know, fellas get wrong. As, of course, do ladies, you know, it's always two-sided. Yes, I'm not just taking, no. Let's not get offended. I know what it's like yourself, you know. It's the sort of thing, isn't it? You're coming from a long day's work and you think, is there a whiff of anything to eat? And suddenly they're watching soap operas. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't say anything though, can you? No. Just have to hope for the best, maybe toast and beans, you know what I mean? If, of course, you're Harry and Meghan, bigger fish to fry, of course. Now, these particular pictures said 1,000 words to me, you know. A long flight back from Nigeria, arriving back home, there's Meghan. The one thing that she's really keen on checking, amongst everything else, is those multiple accounts of social media that she has. Don't buy into the fact they don't listen or watch or take part in social media. She loves it, you know. Remember, she built a business based on it and, of course, was very instrumental on Instagram before, even teasing that now little red interview with, I think, The Cut, the New York magazine, claiming she was going to make a return and the world would stop spinning on its axis, you know, the sort of thing. According to a very well-placed source, there's long periods of how can I put this? Discourse. Apparently, you know, Harry has to know his place. Harry can speak when he's being spoken to, that sort of thing. Now, let's just put this into perspective. Apparently, this is because, of course, they're both very busy people, and Meghan herself is busy building an empire of American Riviera orchard, or indeed potting jams and planning the world takeover, a little bit like Pinky and the Brain, the cartoon, you know, that sort of thing. Harry apparently is very, very submissive and will do as he's told, will eat what he's got, and more importantly, will look after whatever he's been told to look after. He's also very busy, of course, with his multiple court cases. So there's periods where they don't see each other for hours upon hours on end. Now, in their docuseries, they claim that they like to watch a little bit of TV together, as and when the children allowed. But what's more importantly, a person who was working with them closely up until recently said, no, that's not the case. She literally rules the roost, and Harry has a period, a little bit like a third child, she pointed out, when he's allowed to have an opinion, maybe voice a few thoughts, but everything is simply driven by Meghan. And if she's in a bad mood and doesn't want to speak for a long period of time, Harry knows to retreat. Of course, we heard those rumours, didn't we, all about when Harry had spare rooms in hotels, and this really does validate that particular situation. Now, I'm not knocking either side, of course. Marriage is a difficult thing, and of course, for a lot of people, sometimes better periods are best kept apart. But as I say, we saw in this particular picture, they're very lovey-dovey on the camera side of things, holding hands, of course, rubbing each other's backs, adoring looks. But when the cameras catch them out, according to that source, this is a true Harry and Meghan. Some might suggest in her case, more business rather than pleasure. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.